Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy ROBUX again here, back at it again, and today I have my new updated and reworked movement guide here. I just thought it could be better and some new techniques have been discovered, so yeah, this video is split in two parts. The first part is the basics for new players who want to get into Aimblox and don't know much about the essential movement mechanics, and the second part is for the more advanced players who want to step up the game a little more and have some more fun with deeper mechanics. Anyways, let's get right into it. And right into the basics. Of course, the first thing you should probably know is that if you press W, you will walk. And of course, that works with the rest of your ADS keys as well. If you then hold shift while walking in any direction, yes, you can sprint in any direction, you will start to sprint, which is pretty necessary for the next thing, which is sliding. While sprinting, you can press either Control or C to slide a fixed distance. Yes, Aimblox doesn't use a velocity-based slide like other games like Bad Business. You will always keep the momentum for a fixed distance unless you jump with space or stop sprinting and sprint again. Those will cut your slide short, which sometimes can be useful. And now that you know the absolute basics of Aimblox and general FPS movement, we will now come to one of the most important movement techniques that you will have to learn in Aimblox if you want to get better. Luckily, it is very simple to do, and it's called punch boosting, at least that's what I call it myself. And it works if you look down at the ground and either punch with your F key, or when you have your melee out, which you can get by holding F, then it will equip your melee, you will go up into the air and boom, that is punch boosting. And after you practice it for a bit, you combine it with the basics. For example, you can punch boost into the air and then slide, which will make you cover a greater distance and allow you to be harder to hit. You can also just repeatedly punch boost, which again will make you harder to hit and also give you the high ground for a little while. Just be careful to not punch boost right after someone else punch boosted, because they will most likely shoot you down while you are still trying to get back up. So just keep that in mind. And those are the basics you should learn and master if you want to get good in Aimblox. Especially the punch boosting is an essential component. Anyways, we're now moving on to the more advanced type of movement, which is for players that either have mastered the basic movement techniques or just want to further strengthen their knowledge of Aimblox movement. And the first advanced movement technique is super sliding, which is the easiest to do out of the four. Basically, if you find any canted surface like those slopes here or anything that goes slightly downwards, now if you just sprint towards it and right before you hit the ledge, jump and then immediately slide into it. You can look at the input overlay, by the way, at the bottom left corner to get a better image of it. You will go up quite a good amount of height, which can be quite useful against people that just punch boosted to get the height advantage, or to simply see the other people spawns, or just to simply trick shot if you're into that, you know. And for the people that thought this isn't a super slide, you just go upwards, you would be correct. It's a bonus function of the super slide, but since both are so different, I thought I'd show you the more practical one first. Anyways, the super slide abuses the fact that Aimblox has a fixed sliding distance like that before. Basically, you don't wanna just stop dead in your tracks if you go downwards because your distance runs out. It would be just not logical, right? Like you go downwards and it just stops you sliding even though it shouldn't. So Aimblox gives you a little boost while going downwards, and we can use this boost to get a faster slide. What you basically need to do is really simple again. Find a ledge like shown in the previous segment and then simply sprint jump onto it and slide while looking down a little. You should instantly notice the greater boost you get, and this technique is more niche since there aren't that many places you can use it to its full extent. But on Eden, if you go to this spot and super slide, it will allow you to go behind one of the spawns, which can be quite helpful, you know. And for the next and last two techniques, I first of all want to give credit to Whisper from where I originally found these two movement techniques. So if you want to support him and his channel, it's the first link in the description, as well as if you want his take on the movement techniques shown, you can also do that. Anyways, the first technique is an advanced version of the punch boost, which I can only do very inconsistently, so you might have a better chance. But the basic idea of it is that if you jump and then slide into a wall and then immediately press your melee key while looking down, you will get a massive height boost compared to a normal jump boost. And yes, this technique is movement speed influenced, so you can use a kunai to get it more consistently or even go higher. As you can see it here, it can go quite high if you do it right. So I'd recommend getting a private server or just go into PvP and train it for a bit, since you can do some really stupid stuff with it if you get it down correctly. And the last technique for today is the most inconsistent by far, at least for me, and is what I like to call the Aimblox version of network. Basically, if you go between a wall and sprint at the edge, while sprinting or sliding, you can sometimes get quite a high boost, all things considered. But it's rather difficult to do since it isn't always consistent, and sometimes you just simply stand around or get almost no height. But you can practice it on some spots like this one shown here, and it is more consistent on some spots than others. So yeah, this was the last one I wanted to show you all, since it's the least consistent, and you know, most people don't watch this far anyways, so thank you very much if you did. Anyways, this has been it with today's video. I just wanted to remake my guide since it didn't do so well, and honestly I was not doing the best I could. I mean, I still am not, and I will probably have to remake it, but it's a good start, and especially with some of the new tactics and techniques, I think it's good to make a new tutorial for all the people that didn't know yet. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, then don't forget to leave a like, comment, and obviously subscribe, as it's a massive help. But anyways, we see us in tomorrow's video. I hope you got all of a nice day, evening, or night. I'm ROBUX, your Aimblox content creator, and we're gonna see us straight in the next one. Ciao, ciao.